It's been getting a lot of awards love all across the country in the last couple of months, and it's coming to DVD and Blu-ray. Will the Academy find some love for Till? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my review for the new movie Till. I say new movie. It came out a couple of months ago, but it is coming to DVD and Blu-ray, and you can watch this at home. It was in a pretty limited run when it hit theaters, so you may have missed it there. But Golden Globes didn't nominate it for anything, but it's been getting a lot of respect, at least nomination-wise, and a few wins here and there too, at a lot of different awards ceremonies across the country. And it is nominated for a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Lead Performance by an Actress for Danielle Deadwyler. We could maybe see some love for her at the Oscars as well. I don't know. I think it's going to be a hard field this year for the ladies, because there are so many great female performances this year. Last few years, really, it's been quite a pick-em for the women's roles, because we've had so many strong ones. But I don't know. I wouldn't rule her out. I'm not going to officially put this movie in my Oscar watch yet, but we don't know. We'll see in a couple of weeks when the nominations are released. But anyway, before we dive into the specifics of this movie, I want to welcome you into Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video, catching up on a lot of the 2022 releases here just in time for the Oscar season. And this is one that I had just gotten to see recently, and with it coming to DVD and Blu-ray very soon, I thought, well, it's finally time to talk about this movie. So this is about the horrific murder in the 50s of Emmett Till, the 14-year-old boy who, you know, we've heard so many things about, but maybe don't know his story, or more specifically, sort of the aftermath of his death, where his mother, played, like I said here, by Danielle Deadwyler, and her fight, both you know, in court, her legal battle, and also her place sort of in the civil rights movement. We find out about a lot of that stuff in this movie. So this was directed by Shinone Chikuwu, who I am unfamiliar with, but she directed this movie Clemency from, I want to say 2020, yeah, because I reviewed it like right when the pandemic started, which was an excellent movie. I gave it an A. Angela Bassett, so good. And so this is her follow-up to that. So, okay, you know, Clemency was not a movie that a lot of people saw, but I loved it. So, you know, I love that, that she's coming forth with this movie. Some of the other people in the movie include Jalen Hall as Emmett Till, Frankie Faison as Emmett's grandfather, and then Haley Bennett, who plays a shopkeeper whose accusations basically lead to his death. And, you know, there's a few people as well that we might know, but those are sort of the main players here. And this movie is sort of has an interesting thing about it, because it's you know, it's called Till, and so I sort of thought, okay, well, this is going to be you know, about his murder. I knew it was, you know, about that subject, but I thought it was going to be a lot about him. And it's really not. It really is about his mother's fight in the aftermath. So, you know, spoiler alert, you know, he does die, but it happens within, you know, the first maybe 25 or so minutes of this movie, maybe the first half hour. And then the rest of the movie is really all about her fight, her family's fight. And it really becomes a very interesting character study of what a woman, or you know, anybody, a person, but in this case, you know, a mother, does with what has happened. You know, how does this person deal with the unspeakable? You know, and there's a lot of emotions there, obviously, and I have to say I'm largely unfamiliar with this woman, but let's see. Oh, well, she's in P-Valley, which I do like that, although I think she might be in a season I have not seen yet. But she her main big break was on the Oprah Winfrey Network show, The Haves and the Have-Nots. I think that was one of the Tyler Perry shows. And she was also in Station 11 on HBO, which I think I did see maybe an episode or two of. The other big name here is Whoopi Goldberg. She plays the grandmother, but she's only in like a couple of scenes. But anyway, so I've seen this gal in a couple of things, I guess, but here she really is just leaving it all out. Some very, very emotional scenes, some great monologues from her. The script, by the way, written, let's look at who did that. Three people: Michael Riley, Keith Beauchamp, and the director co-wrote it as well. So not super familiar with those people, but what they've written is a really, really great character study, and it makes for a super emotional movie about things. Look, I was not born yet. I was born 20 years after these incidents. I know of the civil rights movement, but it's so funny. We like to think of it as so long ago, but it really wasn't. 50, 55, 60 years. That's not very long ago in the grand scheme of things. So it's at times shocking to think that this all took place, like in my parents' lifetime, because you want to think it took place a million years ago, and that's just not the case. So I loved a lot about this movie. I really did. I will say the beginning parts with Emmett, I think we do see maybe, a couple of tropes that we've seen in a lot of movies like this, the 50s South kind of thing. But it's not that they're poorly done at all. Just maybe some things that we've seen before. But I will say the scene where they go and, the good old boys go and get Emmett is harrowing. I mean, it's one of the most, intense scenes I've seen in 2022. So kudos for that. But yeah, I don't know. I would love to see a Best Actress nomination for Danielle Deadwyler, but I'm not sure. I think it's going to be a very crowded field for the women this year. I think that would be a nice surprise, but I would say it's more of probably a long shot. But, this could get a screenplay nomination or something like that. And I think it's been nominated for the score as well at a couple other places. Great score, really brings you in. But yeah, the monologuing here, the legal stuff, again, maybe that's not as compelling as, sort of her character study stuff. That's where I really love this movie. But yeah, would love to see it get some love from the Academy. Not sure if it'll happen, but for me, I leave Till with an A-. And I think we could see a star upcoming here in Danielle Deadwyler. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Dan Reviews It. Bye.